What are the four essential elements of a state? Population, territory, economy, and culture. Population, fixed territory, government, and sovereignty. Government, sovereignty, law, and order. Economy, culture, religion, and language. Answer B. Population, fixed territory, government, and sovereignty. How does a state act? Through customs and traditions, through law, through social norms, through economic policies, through law. What enables a state to perform its functions? Sovereignty, government, population, certain powers. Answer D. Certain powers. Which of the following is not an essential element of a state? Government, sovereignty, economy, fixed territory. Answer C. Economy. What is the primary characteristic that distinguishes a state from other social organizations? Sovereignty, government, population, territory. Answer A. Sovereignty. What is society according to the given definition? Only a social organization, only a state of social relationships, both an organization and a system of social relationships, neither an organization nor a system of social relationships. Answer C. Both an organization and a system of social relationships. What does society encompass? A network of economic relationships, a web of social relationships, a system of political institutions, a collection of cultural practices. Answer B. A web of social relationships. Which of the following is a characteristic of society? It is a temporary association, it is a social organization, it is a natural phenomenon, it is a deliberate creation. Answer B. It is a social organization. What is the nature of social relationships within a society? Formal and contractual, informal and personal, complex and multifaceted, simple and straightforward. Answer C. Complex and multifaceted. Which of the following statements about society is true? Society is a static entity. Society is a dynamic system. Society is a collection of individuals. Society is a geographical location. Answer B. Society is a dynamic system. What is an association? An unorganized group of people, an organized group of people, a natural phenomenon, a geographical location. Answer B. An organized group of people. What is the primary purpose of an association? To achieve personal goals, to achieve objectives through joint efforts, to promote individual interest, to maintain social order. Answer B. To achieve objectives through joint efforts. Which of the following is a characteristic of an association? Lack of organization, informal structure, shared objectives, individualistic approach. Answer C. Shared objectives. How do associations achieve their objectives? Through individual efforts, through joint efforts, through government intervention, through external funding. Answer B. Through joint efforts. What distinguishes an association from a state? Size, purpose, structure, all of the above. Answer D. All of the above. What are the three essential features of an association? Organization, common objectives and individual efforts. Organization, common objectives and joint efforts. Organization, specific objectives and external funding. Organization, social norms and government intervention. Answer B. Organization, common objectives and joint efforts. Which of the following statements about the state is true? The state is a natural institution. The state is a social organization that existed prior to society. The state is a political organization with sovereignty. The state does not require a definite territory. Answer C. The state is a political organization with sovereignty. What is the key difference between the state and the society? The state is permanent while society is temporary. The state is sovereign while society is not. The state has laws while society has rituals and norms. Option D, all of the above. Answer D, all of the above. Which of the following statements about society is true? Society is an artificial institution created by humans. Society is a social organization that existed prior to the state. Society is a political organization with sovereignty. Society does not have any rules of conduct. Answer B. Society is a social organization that existed prior to the society. Prior to the state. What is a characteristic of the state's territory? What is the characteristic of the state's territory? It is not permanent. It is not definite. It is shared with other states. It is definite and permanent. Answer D. It is definite and permanent. What is the nature of membership in a state? Voluntary, compulsory, temporary, conditional. What is the nature of the membership in a state? Answer B. Compulsory. Can a person be a member of more than one state at a time? Yes, no, maybe, depends on the state. Answer B. No. What is a necessary condition for a state to exist? A fixed population, a fixed territory, a fixed government, a fixed economy. Answer B. A fixed territory. What is the nature of a state's objectives? Special and exclusive, general and all inclusive, local and provincial, national and international. Answer B. General and all inclusive. What is the characteristic of a state? Local, provincial, national, international. Answer C. National. What is a key characteristic of the state? It is not sovereign. It is sovereign. It is partially sovereign. It is conditionally sovereign. Answer B, it is sovereign. What is the consequence of violating state law? Fines and penalties, imprisonment and physical punishment, social ostracism, economic sanctions. Answer B, imprisonment and physical punishment. What is the nature of membership in other associations? Compulsory, voluntary, temporary, conditional. Answer B, voluntary. Can a person be a member of multiple associations at the same time? No. Yes. Maybe. Depends on the association. Answer B, yes. What is the nature of the purpose of other associations? General and all-inclusive, special and exclusive, local and provincial, national and international. Answer B, special and exclusive. What can be the character of other associations? Only national, only local, local, provincial, national or international, only international. Answer C, local, provincial, national or international. Are other associations sovereign? Yes, no, partially, conditionally. Answer B, no. What is the nature of the punishment for violating association rules? Physical punishment and imprisonment, fines and penalties, social ostracism, economic sanctions. Answer B, fines and penalties. What is the relationship between government and state? Government is a separate entity from the state. Government is an element of the state. State is a part of the government. Government and the state are interchangeable terms. Answer B, government is an element of the state. What is one of the primary functions of the government? To provide social welfare services, to promote economic development, to make, enforce and punish violations of laws, to conduct foreign policy. Answer C, to make, enforce and punish violations of laws. What is the role of the government in relating to the state? The government is responsible for implementing the will of the people. The government is responsible for expressing and implementing the will of the state. The government is responsible for promoting the interest of a particular group. The government is responsible for upholding the rights of individuals. Answer B, the government is responsible for expressing and implementing the will of the state. What does the government include? Only the head of state, only the legislature, only the judiciary, all individuals, institutions and agencies through which the will of the state is expressed and implemented. Answer D, all individuals, institutions and agencies through which the will of the state is expressed and implemented. How does a state communicate its will? Through the government, through the media, through public opinion, through social movements. Answer A, through the government. What is the nature of government? Permanent, temporary, relative, not a permanent sector. Answer D, not a permanent sector. How would you describe the size of the government? Large, small, relative, varying. Answer B, small. What is the government in relation to the state? The government is the state. Option B, the government is a part of the state. Option C, the government is the form of the idea of the state. The government is separate from the state. Answer C, the government is the form of idea of the state. What is the consequence of criticizing the government? Rebellion, treason, not rebellion, illegal. Answer C, not rebellion. What is the government in relation to the state? The government is a state. The government is a part of the state. The government is separate from the state. The government is only an element of the state. Answer D, the government is only an element of the state. What is the nature of the state? Temporary, permanent, relative, conditional. Answer B, permanent. How would you describe the size of the state? Small, large, relative, varying. Answer B, large. What is our relationship to the state? We are all citizens of the government. We are all citizens of the state. We are all subjects of the state. We are all members of the government. Answer B, we are all citizens of the state. What is a characteristic of the state's territory? It is not fixed. It is always fixed. It is relative. It is conditional. Answer B, it is always fixed. What is the nature of the state's powers? Unreal and fundamental, real and fundamental, relative and conditional, temporary and varying. Real and fundamental. What is our attitude towards the state? We often condemn the state. We never condemn the state. We sometimes condemn the state. We always criticize the state. Option B, we never condemn the state. What are the four elements of the state? Population, government, sovereignty and economy. Population, territory, government and sovereignty. Population, territory, sovereignty and laws. Government, sovereignty, laws and economy. Answer B, population, territory, government and sovereignty. What is the relationship between a state and a nation? A state is always a nation. A nation is always a state. A nation may not be a state and a state may not always be a nation. A state and a nation are interchangeable terms. Answer C, a nation may not be a state and a state may not always be a nation. Which of the following is a characteristic of a state? Sovereignty and cultural identity, sovereignty only, cultural identity only, neither sovereignty nor cultural identity. Answer B, sovereignty only. When does a nation become a nation? When it attains statehood, when it develops a distinct culture, when it becomes a sovereign entity, when it gains international recognition. Answer A, when it attains statehood. What is the nature of the state? A cultural and physiological body. A political concept, an economic entity, a social organization. Answer B, a political concept. What is the nature of the nation? A political entity, a cultural and psychological body, economic organization, an economic organization, a social institution. Answer B, a cultural and psychological body. What binds people together in a state? Sentiments and emotions, laws, cultural identity, economic interest. Answer A, laws. What is associated with the state? Elements of persuasion, element of force, element of cooperation, elements of competition. Answer B, element of force. What is possible regarding the size of a state and a nation? A state is always larger than a nation. A nation is always larger than a state. A state may be larger than a nation, or a nation may be larger than a state. A state and a nation are always equal in size. Answer C. A state may be larger than a nation, or a nation may be larger than a state. What is a nation according to the given definition in book? A political organized community, a historical stable community formed based on common characteristics, a social diverse group, an economically integrated unit. Answer B, a historical stable community formed based on common characteristics. What is a nature of a nation according to the given definition in textbook? Culturally diverse and heterogeneous, culturally homogeneous and socially unified, politically unified but culturally diverse, economically integrated but socially diverse. Answer B, culturally homogeneous and socially unified. What is the state according to the given definition in the book? A group of people organized for economic purpose, a people organized for law within a certain area, a geographical area with a certain physical characteristics, a social organization without a defined territory. Answer B, a people organized for law within a certain area. Thank you.